Okay. So logit regression, basically, you can see in this table, here we have dependent and independent variable, metric and non-metric form, right? So if my dependent and independent in the metric form, then I have to apply the regression, right? If both variables are in the metric form, like this one and this one is in metric, so I have to apply the regression model, right? Simple linear multiple regression, it depends on the your data. But if your dependent variable is non-metric, your dependent variable is non-metric, this one, then you have to use the linear discriminant analysis or binary regression. Binary regression is basically binary logit regression. The name is binary logit regression, right? So if your dependent variable is non-metric form, binary is what? Basically, if your dependent variable in the dichotomous, like in the yes and no form, you have only two categories in your non-dependent variable, right? No, yes, no, satisfied, non-satisfied, this kind of thing, right? So if you have this kind of dependent variable, then you have to apply the logit regression, correct? And if your dependent and independent both are in the non-metric, then of course chi-square will be applied, because chi-square basically is made only for the non-metric analysis, because this test is for the non-parametric test, and there are lots of assumptions to apply this chi-square test. Normality should not be there, lots of assumptions are there, so I will not go with this particular topic. I will use this logistic analysis today itself. So I have explained the criteria must be your dependent variable must be in the form of non-metric, and for non-metric, either it is in the dichotomous, your question should be dichotomous, means only two categories are there, then you have to apply the binary. But if you have more than two categories in your dependent variable, right? If you have more than two categories in your dependent variable, then you should apply the multinomial logit regression. Multinomial logit regression, right? If you have three categories, more than two categories. So today's session, we will use only binary, right? Because you can also apply the multinomial logit regression. It is just same. There is nothing difference as much, but the difference is in the interpretation. Like simple regression and the multiple regression, both are same, but you just need to put one more independent variable in the multiple, right? So I will show you only binary logit regression, right? Now, so okay, so let me show you in the SPSS. So in the SPSS, this file logit regression I have just opened. Result, confidence, talent, and experience are there. In the variable view, you can see what is the exactly variable stands for. So my result, that means this is my result criteria. 1 is for success I have given, and 0 for failure. Right. This is my dependent variable, because result, of course, result will be dependent, and confidence in talent, experience, all three are independent variable in this case. Correct. My success and failure depends on the confidence, talent, and experience only in this case. Let me tell you, exceptions are always there, but I just making some assumption here, right? For the confidence, so this is my ratio scale. Talent, of course, this is my ratio scale, and experience, I have given a category here. I have experience and I don't have any experience. So 1 for yes and 0 for no, right? And of course, this is my nominal scale, right? So I hope this file is clear. Now you can easily interpret the result. All right. So from this option, you can just convert your data in the form of the values. Earlier it was in the 0 and 1, now it is success and failure. So you can just change the view from this option. Now I will apply the logic regression here because I have the dependent variable in the two categories and it is in the non-metric form. Like result in the nominal, that is my nominal scale, and we have only two categories. So I will apply the binary logic regression here. For the binary logic, you have to go to the analyze and regression, right? And there is an option of binary logistic. In the regression, you will find the option binary logistic. Just click the binary logistic. Right. There are some regarding confidence. So in this box, they are asking for the dependent. So my dependent is result, and okay, just a minute. Analyze regression and binary logistic. Yeah, my result is dependent, and I will take confidence first because I will apply only confidence for this time, right? And you can, I will just keep it enter here, normal regression. Categorical, you don't need to do anything. Value regarding confidence. Regarding confidence value. Okay. Sir, experience is non-metric taken as independent. Yeah. Okay. So let me explain this thing also. In this table, in this column, confidence are in the values form, in the numeric values form, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, something values are here. Now, what exactly is the meaning? What does it mean? Confidence, because I have calculated the data from the respondents, right? And I have just measured the confidence on the basis of different parameters. On, you can see the observation of the researcher and given the randomly marks out of 10, right? So just given 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, right? 4, 3, 2. So just randomly I have taken the number here, and for the talent also, right? Because here I'm not explaining about the structuring of the questionnaire. I just explained the logistic regression. So I just randomly collected the data, randomly taken the data for this file. Okay. Can we know the questionnaire which is already set? Why it is ready for survey? No. See, this is not ready for, this is not my complete questionnaire. I just taken the file only for your understanding for this logistic regression only, because it is not the data for the questionnaire. For the questionnaire, I have to uh, take all the data from demographic profile to socioeconomic profile and all other profiles also, right? So this is just the sample, or you can say the dummy values are here. So don't confuse with this confidence and all these values. Okay, so let me again apply the same logistic regression, linear regression, and binary logistic, right? In the binary logistic, result is my dependent variable, and I will take confidence first as a independent variable, right? In the safe, you can leave all these things, but in the option, you have to check classification plots, Hosmer Lemshow goodness of it, because it is helpful to analyze the result for the goodness of it, right? And iteration history. Iteration history tells us in the improvement in all the tests, right? So you must check iteration history so that we can compare the results. So in the option, in the options, you just check these three options: classification plots, Hosmer-Lemshow, and iteration history, right? Classification cutoff is of course 0.5. 0.5 is what? It means that there are two variables in my two independent two there are one dependent variable and two categories are in the dependent variable, right? So of course 0.5 means 50%, right? 50% is for the failure and 50% for the success. You can change it as per your requirement. Like if you want to 40% as a failure and 40% for the success. If someone is scored 40%, then you can consider it as a failure, and someone has scored above 40%, then you can consider it as a success. So I just keep it as a 50% because there are two, right? So I just make it as a 50%. Continue and nothing to do and okay. Now logistic regression is very important and a bit complex also. So just listen very carefully here. First table is shows about the case processing summary. You can leave it because it shows the values are here, missing values are here. So in my cases there is no missing value, so you can just leave it. Now the second table is shows the dependent coding actually. So for failure, for success I just code 0 and 1, right? Now the important part is this one, block 0, beginning block, right? Before going to this particular analysis interpretation, I just let's assume some case assumption here, some situation here. Like if I say there are 70% females in a city A, right? This is a statement. There are 70% females in city A, right? Now, and of course 30% are males in the same city, right? Now I ask you that if I say that 100%, sorry, if I say the all females, sorry, there are all females, there are only, or you can say all females in city A, right? If I quote this statement, there are only females in that city. Suppose this is Agra, right? If I quote this particular statement, there are only females in the city Agra. So, but the theory says there are only 70% females and 30% males. Now, if I ask you how much percentage I am correct with this particular statement, theory says 70% females are there, and I am saying there are only females in the city. I just ask you that how much percentage I am correct with this, with respect to this question. 70%, right? So if I, yeah, correct. So if I interpret the result, there are only females in the city, and there is some criteria about the 70% females in the city. So of course I am 70% true. Yeah, right. Now let's understand with this example. Let's understand the same thing with this example. Block 0, beginning block is this. There are actually two blocks. If you see, the first one is the beginning block and second one is the my regression block. This is basically my regression block, right? Because I have chosen the enter method here. So this is my regression. So first understand the beginning block. Beginning block interpret you in the form of a statement only. There is no regression in this block, right? You just get the result with the statement form. That's it. But in the second block, you will get the result in the regression form, right? Now, in this block, you will see the iteration history. Iteration history is 23.508, right? iteration history is 23.508. Now, this is again significant. You can actually there is no value, no rule of significant. You just keep this value in your mind, 23.508. This is in the form of statement only, right? Now, in this second table, classification table, if you see the failure and success criteria, right? In the, because it has been taken the success as 100%, as I told you, as I taken the example of females, right? I explained with the help of there are all females, right? So what does it mean? I am assuming that there are 100% female, but in the real terms, there I am only 70% right. So a same situation with this statement also. I am saying that 100% are there, but overall percentage is 52.9, right? This one, because in there are only 9 people who are in the success category and 8 people who are in the failure category. But this particular analysis only tells us about the success criteria, right? So it shows the 52.9% overall percentage is all about, because this is the result of success, as I explained with the with females example. Okay, actually I taken the example of females, right? So I quote the statement that there are only females in Agra. So what does it mean? I am saying that there are 100% female, right? But in the actual term, the theory says there are only 70% females, right? So my statement is true at my place, right? But in the to generalize the result, I am 30% wrong. Only 70% I am right. So the same situation with this table is this, it shows the 52%. The overall percentage is about the success, right? You will just leave this thing here only. I will explain few things more so that you will be able to understand. Now the next table is variation in equation. Variables in the equation, there are no variables, only constant, right? So it will show nothing variables is here because it is the only statement, as I told you. But in the regression model, this is my regression model actually, right? You will find the complete regression. This is my regression model, and in this regression model, first of all, let's understand this first table, iteration history. Iteration history, if you see, the 2 log likelihood has been improved. Earlier it was 23.508, right? It was 23.508. Now it is 53.236. It has been improved. So what I can say that, because I have taken the confidence here, so yes, you cannot interpret the result with only this particular analysis. You need to take more support to interpret the result. But yes, only with this analysis I can interpret that confidence affects the success. That's it. Because I take the confidence here, so my result has been improved. Earlier it was 23.508. Now it is 15.236. Now the second important is this test, omnibus test. Omnibus test is 0.004, right? Omnibus test tells you 0.004, it is significant. So this is also good. Omnibus test is also good. My iteration history shows that the result has been improved, right? Now the model summary says this is your regression model basically. So in the normal regression, you will find the R square and adjusted R square, right? These two variables tells you about the model. But in the logit regression, you have this kind of table, Cox and Shell and R square and Nagle karke R square. So in this particular table, you need to analyze only Naglekar R square, and it should be greater than 0.45, or you can say 45%. It should be greater than the 45%. So my test is 51%. So I can say that yes, my test is good. My model is good. Make sure you are I have taken only confidence, right? Only confidence here. So three assumptions I have made. First is my iteration history, that is that has been improved 15.236. Earlier it was 23 something. Omnibus test is significant, and my model summaries Naglekar ke R square is also good. That is 51%. Now the next one is HOSMA test. HOSMA test should be insignificant always. I have written all the parameters in my PPT also. You will find all these things. This one. Log likelihood is kind of indicator of residuals, so that it should be small, right? Small is better. It should improve through iteration. I have written, so you can take it from here also. Beginning blocks without any predictor in the model. Beginning block, if you remember, what was the beginning block? This one, without any kind of prediction or regression, right? So it is just free from all the regressions. Final model, of course, effect should be significant. As I explained you in my final model, effects should be significant. Omnibus test should be significant, Naglekar ke kind of R square, right? And HOSMA test should be insignificant because its null hypothesis is that the model is significant, right? So I have written all the parameters. So you can just read it for your reference, right? Naglekar ke should is your R square. Omnibus always be significant and HOSMA always be insignificant. That's it. So in my analysis, HOSMA is a 0.89. So of course it is insignificant. Now the most important part, all are important things, but again, I'm telling you the important classification table. Now the classification table, if you see earlier, it was this one. It shows the 52.9 overall percentage, right? It shows the 52.9 when I have not applied any kind of regression. But when I run the regression, my classification table shows the 76.5% result, right? Now this is the most interesting thing actually. Okay, this one here. It is now 76.5%. Earlier it was kind of 62, sorry, 58, I think, if I'm not wrong. Okay, right, around 58 something. So what I can say, I cannot say right now, but just take this table, this two column also. In the failure, you can see the failure number is 6, right? And the success number is 7, because failure is 6 and success is 7. Now what does it mean? That 6 student failed and 7 succeed, right? Total strength is 30. My total number of students are 17, if you remember. Total responses were 17. What does it mean? I was wrong to interpret, to calculate the result of 4 students. This one, I interpret 2 student as a success, but what it is the result basically. Sorry, I predicted as a failure, but they have succeed now, right? For same in the other case, I predicted 2 students will be fail, sorry, 2 students will be pass, will be succeed, sorry, but now what I observed, they have failed. So I was wrong at for the 4 students case, but 13 it was correct. So my result says I was correct at 13 with the 13 respondents, and I was wrong at the 4 with the 4 respondents. Hope I am hope you are getting me. Just